Hello everyone, I'm Naya for those of you who are new, and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're gonna talk about my favorite 3 techniques to manifest everything that you want into this reality. Why I'm doing this video, it's because a lot of you guys on Instagram constantly ask me, how did you manifest this? How did you manifest this? How do you do it? And I noticed that I have never actually done a video about manifestation or law of attraction, for instance, because I talk about it on Naya Insights so much. If you guys don't follow me on Naya Insights already and you are really passionate about spirituality and you're a spiritual junkie like me, I highly suggest you to check my other channel because I go really deep into these matters over there. But for all of you guys who just want to know what I do in my manifestation, this is the video for you, and I'm going to share my 3 techniques, top manifestation, with you guys. They're a bit different, and I've been doing these techniques for so many years, actually since I was a child, and even before the law of attraction or The Secret came out as a movie and it became like a big thing online. So let's get started, and I'm gonna start with the first technique that I use to manifest. My first technique is this one. Usually what I do, and what I've been doing since I was a kid, is using music before I go to sleep. And actually I think it's called virtual reality, but this is what I do in a nutshell. It's very fun and easy to do, and I loved it, and it's so entertaining, and everybody can do it. Basically, before I go to bed, I actually take like 1 hour before, or even 2 hours, depending what it's my mood. But especially if I'm in a good mood, I put music that I really enjoy without resistance of anything, but I actually start to make a movie in my own mind. And usually what I do, I try not to see myself from the outside, but actually being in the movie of my mind, meaning, in other words, that I am there doing the things that I want to experience. For instance, I manifested a couple of months ago that I wanted to experience first class or business class because I was so tired of using economy for going to America. Now, obviously, business class and first class are super expensive, and I could never afford it, especially not for a long travel, which Italy in America. I was going to California, which for me it's pretty far, but it was always a desire that I wanted to have, but I didn't take it like so seriously. I was like, if it has to come, it will come. Who cares? I really would love to sleep on the plane because I cannot sleep very well in economy, but I never had the chance, and economy is more than fine. So, but I always wanted to have it. So here's the thing. I started to listening to music before the traveling, before going to bed, and I was like, it was so much fun to imagine myself being, in business class and having nice food. And actually, the thing that really pumped me was just that I could sleep and lay down more. That's what's the only thing that made me happy about that manifestation, to be honest. And I was listening to such fun music and having fun in my own mind. Now obviously you can imagine everything that you want. I imagine the wildest things ever with this technique before going to bed. And what this actually does is that it trains your subconscious mind before going to sleep into receiving mode, into receiving and visualizing at the same time the thing that you want to experience. Plus it's a lot of fun because when you're using this virtual reality, your emotion, your brain doesn't understand whether this is happening for real or it's only in your imagination. For your body, it's just happening because you can feel it in the present moment, and that obviously raises your vibration automatically, especially if you do it like I was doing, and I do, as a joke, as an entertainment, as something that you fantasize about. It's so much fun to do, especially with music playing as a background, because I always think that music is the soundtrack of our experiences, so it's just so fun to do. And when I went to the airport, I was not even thinking about having upgrades or anything like that because, again, it's so expensive. I just couldn't afford it. But I went there and I was listening to good music, and then they called me and they were like, you've been selected for an upgrade, and it was so affordable. I think it it was only 100 euros more, something that I could afford. I was okay with that, because this is the thing about manifestation. Sometimes people might say, oh, you had an upgrade, but still you had to pay. But you have to check with the universe really what is okay for you. And in my manifestation, I have said to the universe, if I have to pay a little bit more for the plane ticket, for me, it's fine. Because my subconscious and my belief system, I'm very skeptical. I couldn't believe that I was just winning an upgrade without paying anything more. This is not in my belief system. So every manifestation goes with your beliefs, the majority of the time, if not 100% of the time. So when I actually received the upgrade for just a couple of $100 more, I was like, that's totally fine. That's exactly what I've manifested. And it worked. And it was so easy to do, because I was just imagining and having fun in my virtual reality before going to bed, but I wasn't attached to the outcome of receiving that upgrade. And I was just having fun, you know, it was just a bit of fantasy playing out before going to bed. And that is the perfect way to manifest, because when you're not attached to the outcome, you receive things faster. Again, to know more about spirituality, to know more about energies and consciousness, please check my other channel, Maya Insights, because again, I go deeper into this topic. So that is for sure my first favorite technique when it comes down to manifestation. Create virtual realities with music before going to bed. Now, let's move on to my second favorite technique that I've been using again since I was a child. And this is a very witchy technique, the majority of you might say, but witchcraft, to be honest, is nothing but the knowledge of the hidden ones. It's the knowledge that have been there through centuries, and it's all about using energy. It's not just about black magic and using energy for dark purposes, but actually to use energy to manifest. That's all that is for me, witchcraft. So what I do, especially if I want to manifest something big, because in my belief system, I think that if I have to manifest something big, I also have to do something big to do it. And again, it might be playing out differently for you, because again, this reality is affected by your belief system. So let's get real and let's get very honest with ourselves when it comes down to manifestation. Rather than to do something that other people are doing, what do you think will work for you? What is your belief system, and how can you help yourself with that belief system to manifest the thing that you want to experience? That really works. And those are the questions that you have to ask yourself, and this is what I do for my manifestation. So you wonder, what is the second technique? Tell me. The second technique is to use candles. Now, I just use it lately for a manifestation, and this is what I do. I pick a color of a candle. I like to go to my favorite shop. I don't know if they sell it online, but they do. These candles, they are basically in pyramid, and they are dedicated to a specific planet. It could be Mercury, Saturn, the moon, and you work with that specific planet. So usually this is what I like to do for bigger manifestation. I choose the color of the candle that I wanted to use. I choose the planet that is perhaps, let's say that I want to use a protective spell. A protective spell will be the energy of the moon for me, a list. And so I use a white color and the moon as a protective spell. If I want to a much more powerful protective spell, especially to send back negativity or to shield myself from negativity, I will probably use a dark candle with Saturn on top. If I want to manifest love, I will probably use a red candle with Venus, and so on and so forth. There are many techniques. You can also go to a cheap store and just buy a candle of a color that you like, and it will work anyway. So just choose a candle, choose a day that is associated with a specific planet, or simply a day that you like, where you feel energized. Okay, here is what I do, and here is what actually works. Not even the candle and not even the day, trust me. You choose the candle of the color that you like and that vibrates with you. You choose a day when you feel good, you do a little bit of shower, you clean yourself. You have to feel like you're feeling good, you're feeling pretty, you're feeling uplifted, your vibration is neutral and balanced. And then I usually take a note I take a piece of paper where I write down my favorite affirmation. For instance, I write down, I am prosperous everywhere I go. Or if I want to manifest, I don't know, maybe I want to manifest the money that I need for doing a present to my friends. It's actually what I did for my best friend, that her birthday was last month. She was 30 and I really wanted to have the money to give her like a really good present. I mean, we've been friends for 15 years. And so I wrote down, universe, I am abundant. I have the money to do a wonderful present to my best friend, and it's gonna be something that she's loving. Thank you, universe, for your incredible abundance. This is what I wrote down. And then you light it with the candle, and while the piece of paper burns, you envision within your mind having those money or having the manifestation that you're visualizing. Of course, please don't burn your finger. Be careful. I'm sure you can be responsible in lighting things up. And if you're scared of fire, this is not the technique that you should use. So please use your logic when it comes down to this thing. But I love to do this because this for me creates a ritual that I can connect with, and I see the energy of the flame and the candle. I really connect so deeply with this type of rituals that for me they always work. And when I needed the money to buy my best friend the necklace that I wanted to give to her, I had, I think, 4 readings or something like that, and I was able to then buy her the present after I light the candle. So I was so happy for her and for myself as well. And I think this technique for me always works because it creates a space of energy where you're really cleansed, you're really connecting with your energy, and you are directing your energy in a very specific way. And obviously doing a physical act such as lighting a candle and writing it down and then burn it really creates a space on its own, an energetic space. This is my second technique that I use to manifest. Now, what is my third technique to manifest? This is another peculiar way of manifestation, but for me has always worked, and again, it's so much fun to do. I use water to manifest. Now, I know outside in the spiritual community and the law of attraction community, there are a lot of ways to use water, which I am not probably aware of. This is what I do. Usually every single week, I take a little bit of water and I put a flower on it, and I let the water sit near my room where I sleep, where I do my meditation. And to be honest, I feel that the energy of the water can feel what I'm doing and can feel my meditation. And especially I like to put a flower or sometimes even a stone. I hope you can see it. Sometimes I put even stone in the water because, I mean, it's kind of giving a gift to the water. And when the water is so connected with you, when you meditate, when you dream, with your desire. And I also speak a little bit with the water during the morning before doing yoga. And it's next to me in the same room as well where I do yoga. And I'm like, thank you, water. Thank you for all your abundance. Thank you for sustaining my life. I know that the manifestation that I'm asking for, it's already here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And this act of gratitude that I do for water and having water always near me, and especially also when I do a shower and I drink, really helps me raising my vibration, and especially it always helped me manifest. I use water for more quick manifestation. For instance, I don't know, maybe it's just that I manifest so quickly, sometimes even in 24 hours, and even the most silliest thing. For instance, I really wish this person will call me today because maybe I want to hear from this person and I want to hang out. Now, you probably might say, well, why don't you call this person? Sure, but it's just, I have so many things to do during the day that I'm like, oh, I really wish I would talk to this person. Then I do yoga near the water next to me. Bang, this person calls me. Or maybe it's my friend telling me, oh, let's hang out. Or maybe I want to receive something from my dad or something. Or I want to have more money. I want to have, I don't know, whatever that is, because honestly, I get manifestations super quickly, and I think it has to do with the fact that I'm constantly being grateful to water. I'm constantly near water, and I'm giving this flower as almost like I'm a devotee to that energy. And so having a really good relationship with water helps me so much with communicate with my angels, my spirit guides, and to manifest. So as you can see, these techniques are super easy. I think the more complicated one will be the second one with the candle, but to be honest, the majority of the time these techniques are easy and fun to do. And I promise you guys, if this resonates with your belief system, you will become a boss at manifestation, and you will manifest in less than 24 hours. I assure you, it happens to me all the time. I've been practicing this even before the law of attraction was a big thing, and it always worked. Sometimes it takes a little bit more when it comes down to longer and bigger manifestation, because you have to give the universe the time to deliver the perfect combination of things to get that thing manifested. But as long as you're not attached to the outcome, you do it for fun, you're doing as your daily practice, and you're just you're just enjoying life in the present moment. You don't come from a place of resistance. These techniques will be wonderful, and it will always work out for you. Try it and let me know in the comment section down below, because I always love to hear from you guys. In the meantime, keep in mind, you're never wrong if you follow love. Bliss everyone.